Got it on him in there this morning, he has. Still, you got a good result there, Johnny boy.
What are you talking about? 600 nicker for a bit of perfume? You got to be joking, mate.
I don't know about that with your form, Johnny boy. He could have given you a bit of porridge, couldn't he? Is that why you pleaded? Was it?
Why don't you piss off, eh? Do you get a kick or something, day in, day out, sat in that gallery there, watching people get their bird, clocking every conviction, eh? Shouldn't think the old Bill needs a computer with people like you about, mate.
Yeah, well, your old man would have turned in his grave, wouldn't he, if he'd known you pleaded to a bit of angling?
Going in for knocking old people about now, are we? Haven't you had enough for one day, Bloomfield?
Friend of the family, love. Yeah, go on, you old bugger.
Just out of interest, why did you plead to a bit of handling? I mean, it's certainly not your game, putting your hands up to something.
Don't you believe it, darling? Nah, listen, love, honey.
Nice result, Johnny. You're good on your son.
Yeah, cheers. See you about, Ron. Come on, darling, don't give me all that old cold shoulder stuff. I'll get enough of that back home.
Come on, why did you plead? It doesn't make sense. The perfume importers found no deficiency in their stock, nobody's reported any losses, and yet, hey, you've just gone and talked yourself into a heavy fine. It doesn't make sense.
Never been nicked by a crumpet before, you see. Always big, hairy-ass coppers, to tell you the truth, darling. It's those black stockings and that funny hat that does it. I can't think straight, know what I mean? I'll be serious, OK? I mean, I have been waiting for you. A couple of hours at least.
Why? I thought you told the magistrate you had to get back to your stall. That's a good one for a start. You've never had a stall in your life.
So I operate out of a suitcase on a corner. What's the difference?
A lot. Oh, and that's what all this apron lark's about, isn't it? Oh, I'm a working man, you're on a grafter. Not like all these slag you get up before you. Oh, no, I've got a business to run, I have. Honest.
You know, with that kind of chat, darling, you ought to seriously think about coming out in the cobbles with me. We'll make a great tea, you and me, make a fortune. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Got a little proposition to put to you, my girl.
Oh, listen, Bloomfield, for one thing, I'm not your girl, and for another, you bore me.
That wasn't the kind of proposition I had in mind.
Crawl back to the gutter.
I'm sorry, OK? I mean, hang on a minute. I mean, at least hear me out. It is to your advantage, darling.
Look, I don't know why I'm doing this, but you've got exactly 1 minute. Any more cracks, I'll warn you.
My life. Look, can you tell me what's going to happen to that bit of perfume now the case is over?
Probably go back to the importers where it'll be destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, they're hardly going to resell it, are they? Not after you've had your dirty hands all over it. Why?
Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. Sign it all back to me under a moody name and there's a monk in it for you. Nobody's going to know, are they?
Are you trying to bribe me, Bloomfield? Because if you
Look, darling, I got a lot of money tied up in that bit of gear.
Oh, out of my way, out of my sight before I throw the book at you.
Well, I pleaded guilty, didn't I? Done you a favour. And you can shut your face.
If you phone the station the night before you're going, the duty officer will make sure that the beat constable looks in on the premises from day to day.
Thank you,
All right?
Sergeant. Yes, Dave, I'll tell her. Yeah, don't worry. You just leave it up to me. I'll be careful what I say. All right.
What's the trouble, love?
Oh, it's just that Bloomfield character I had in court this morning.
What's he done to upset you? Plead not guilty?
No, not really. Oh, it's just me. I'm getting old.
WBC Ackland? I've got a message for you from a PC David Litton. Well, isn't he the one that's messing about on some course or other at Hendon, Sarge? He used to be with us at one time, he seems to remember.
Oh, very funny. They ought to send you on a course permanently.
Dave says he can't make it tonight, something's come up very important. Says he's sorry, mind you. And how about tomorrow, same time, same place?
Hate to be the bearer of bad tidings as well, love, but Galloway wants to see you. Urgently. As soon as you get back from court, he said.
don't know what it's all about, but he has got a bit of a toff up there. Distinguished-looking character.
Oh, that's all I know.
No, hold on. Maybe your luck's changed.
And you say this could run into thousands?
If it is part of a big operation, it could be as much as...
Come in.
Ah. Miss Ackland, I presume.
Oh,
Mr. Doffman, representative from Athena Perfumes. Thank you very much. Chair?
No, thank you.
what's Litton up to?
Got a ticket for the West Ham match, Sarge.
West Ham? Even if it was Arsenal, I know what I'd rather be doing.
When you made inquiries to trace the perfume found in Bloomfield's possession, Miss Ackland, the result was negative. Is that correct?
Yes. There were no reported losses either from your company or the distributors.
You see, we only have authorized outlets. Someone selling our product from an open suitcase in a street market at a quarter of the price is not what we would call an authorized outlet. To be brief, in such circumstances, if it is not stolen...
It's counterfeit.
Yes, may I? One of Mr. Bloomfield's little numbers. And not, let me say, a particularly sophisticated example. In fact, it is the worst copy of our product I have ever encountered.
Oh, no wonder he wanted to get it back. He knew by pleading guilty at the first hearing the magistrates would only want to hear the brief facts of the case. There'd be no fuss, no aggravation, and I'd be glad to get shot of the job.
You were at Ackland, you know that. Took Bloomfield's word the perfume was stolen. Didn't bother to investigate the case properly.
But everything pointed to it being stolen. Any officer in my position would have done the same. I've always been told, if you can cop a plea of guilty in court, cop a plea of guilty.
I think you're being a little hard on the young lady, Inspector. I would venture to say that we are all overlooking one important thing. We are taking for granted that Bloomfield knew the perfume was counterfeit. It is just possible that he, too, has been a victim of deceit. Now, my company, I know, would be willing to concede this point if, let us say, Bloomfield could lead us to the people actually manufacturing the counterfeit.
Tell me, Doffman, what's more important to your company? Bringing the culprits to justice or halting the manufacture of the counterfeit?
Oh, I'm sure we could find a balance somewhere acceptable to all parties, Inspector.
As long as you understand my job's catching criminals. That's my prime objective. Right. I think we'll pay a little visit to Johnny Bloomfield. Go down to the front office, see if anyone's free. I'll see you downstairs in a minute.
Anyone, sir?
Is there a choice? After you. I'm just popping out. Be back in about an hour, all right?
Okay, go.
How's that job going?
I just don't know how I'm going to get it all together by tomorrow for the Solicitors Department, Governor. I mean, there's another 8 statements to be typed besides my own, plus the bloody indexes. That bloody secretary hasn't gone sick, and it doesn't help walking around like this.
Can't you get a later appointment?
I've tried, but they want it on the dot. Oh, by the way, Gov, there's another 3 entries in the major crime book. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to get round to doing them.
Like what?
Do you want me to get the book?
Well, you either know or you don't know.
Oh, yes, there's 1 heavy break-in and 2 frauds. The frauds look as though they're down to the same team, actually, the Aussies.
Well, you have to find the time, won't you? Even if you have to stay here till midnight.
Governor! Listen, I was thinking, Gov, couldn't we get a temporary in from the typing pool at the yard? I mean, it would make a hell of a difference, you know. It would help a lot.
Come off it, Roach. Bit of typing won't hurt you. Stop you from fronting people on the streets.
I watch it!
Nice car.
Yeah, goes nowhere without it.
First floor.
Number 27.
Quite cold, me old son. You go around the back of the building. If he opens the window, tell him he's wasting his time, OK? Sir?
All right. Keep your drawers on. Had a think about it, did you, love? Leave it around, darling.
right, Johnny boy?
Should have bleeding well known you'll be behind this somewhere. What about that Wally outside my window? Doesn't he want to come in as well? Why don't you ring the Nick, Galloway? Have them all round here.
Where's the missus?
Doing a bit of hoisting up west. Where else you think she'd be? Church Bazaar?
Bit of hoisting, eh? I can believe that and all.
Yeah, well, you ain't come here to see her, so what's it all about, Galloway?
What do you think of Frank Bruno?
Eh?
Bruno? What do you think of him?
Bit more experience would be a world beater. I mean, at the moment, it's all left, right. Know what I mean? No combination punches. I mean, if you want my opinion, what he wants to do...
Got some good news for you, Johnny boy.
Yeah?
Got to take you back before the court. Get that handling charge quashed.
Don't get ya.
That gear wasn't nicked.
Still don't get ya.
Counterfeit, my old son.
It's what?
Rubbish.
Oh, I got a big joke and I paid a lot of money for that bit of gear.
Somebody's turned you over, my old son.
Done you up like a kipper.
Can't trust anyone. But he can't, can you?
The kid's right. He's bleeding well right when I get my hands on that
So it's back
geezer.
before the court for you, sunshine. Of course, we'll have to recharge you.
Recharge?
What do they call it now?
What?
Oh, yes, obtaining money by deception. Pity, really. Press will have a field day. Won't do us much good either. Isn't that right, WPC Ackland?
Spread all over the front pages, sir.
Oh, come on, you can't do that.
I'd like to help you out, Johnny boy, but you know how it is. How much of that rubbish did you say you knocked out?
Oh, do me a favour, Gav.
I suppose I can arrange police protection for a few days, but after that...
Well, does that mean, sir, that all those people who bought perfume off Mr. Bloomfield will come looking for him, wanting their money back?
Could be very nasty, sir. Very ugly. Might even turn out to be a riot. I remember seeing this training film at Hendon.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Gov, let's not be too hasty.
May I?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, if it's going to cause you a lot of aggravation, a lot of paperwork, I mean, forget about it. I mean, the old W. Plonk over here, well, she done me fair. I mean, wouldn't want to make any ways for her, right? I mean, you see, having a con for handling is like having by appointment to a majesty on your barra. I mean, kind of guarantee the gear is straight. I mean, bent, but straight, know what I mean? So if it's all right with you, you got to help me, Mr. Galloway.
And don't mess me about. Where'd that gear come from?
Honest, Gov, I bought it off a geezer in a pub. I've never seen him before, straight.
That's not going to get you much help, my friend.
Look, you got to give me a couple of weeks at least. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. As an act of good faith and...
To keep you bastards off my back.
To keep you bastards off my back. Oh, come on, guys. No, what I was gonna tell you about this little firm that's been doing the screwings round here, where those toffs live. You know, the little team that's been going round the backs of those houses. Open doors, walk in, that game. Can I talk to you, Mr. Galloway, alone?
You did well in there, do you know that?
I did.
Yeah, the double act. Should I say the treble act? Before you know where you are, Galloway will have his eyes on you for CID.
But that's not my game.
Listen to you, you're even beginning to sound like him now. My old son.
Now listen, sunshine.
Listen, sunshine. I'm warning you. If you're messing me about...
On my life, Mr. Galloway, it's straight. Honest, Gav. pity you haven't got anything better to do than come crashing in here like that.
You bleeding well tell him, Johnny boy.
Bloody pigs!
Can you believe that, sir? I mean, what he told you? Can't afford to ignore it, son. We've got his back against the wall. Bloomfield's only way out now is through us, and he's shrewd enough to know it.
Wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw him.
Doesn't matter what you think, Ackland. That information's got to be covered. There's no reason why you two shouldn't come out tomorrow morning plain clothes and do it. Anyway, be a good experience for you.
But it's nothing to do with the perfume, and I'm off tomorrow.
And so am I. Tough luck. Shouldn't have joined if you didn't have a sense of humour. I don't know, you part-timers. Those villains out there must be laughing their cobblers off.
Listen, son. Information received on that day was found to be misleading. Subsequently, I traced McGill to his accommodation. Through the... That's not how you spell accommodation, is it? A-C-C-O-M-A... A-C-C-O-M-A-C... That's it, isn't it? That doesn't look right, does it? Come on, you went to bloody grammar school. Let's see you spell it without a dictionary. Lodgings. I suppose you think that's funny. Hey, Bob, how do you spell accommodation?
On a word with you, Roy.
Anything I can do for you, Bob?
Yeah, what do you mean
Hello? Oh. Hello. Oh, bloody hell. Forget it. Right, Bob.
Yes, right. You took two of my lads off duty, right?
One lad? Well, can't you tell the difference
Don't
anymore?
try and be clever with me. You know what I'm talking about. It's those kids' day off tomorrow.
Sorry, Bob. I can't spare me. I mean, just one of them things.
Look, don't give me that. You're covering yourself. That's what you're bloody well doing. I bet if the job was any good, you'd be able to spare them, wouldn't you?
Have you finished?
No, I haven't. Look, in future, if you want any of my relief, to do CID observation, you come to me first, you understand?
Now, you listen to me, my son. The people we're supposed to be fighting are out there on the streets, not each other, or don't you understand that?
You talk to me about cooperation.
Now, shut up and listen, Robert! I don't give a shit about reliefs, days off, or your petty arguments. All I want to do is count a crying on my patch. That's what we're being paid to do. Now, are we doing the same job, Robert, or not?
Hey, what the bloody hell do you think you're doing? Well, say bloody sorry or something, you bark. What the hell was all that about, Gov?
Superstars 1, Wooden Tops 0.
There you are. Window overlooks the cafe. You can't do better than that.
Well, no, it's ideal, Mr. Lee. Thanks a lot.
Just move some of them out of the way if you need to.
All right.
It's amazing. Where are all their arms?
Casualties of commerce, I'm afraid. We'll match them up one day.
It's quite eerie, isn't it?
They're very law-abiding. Well, I'll be getting along now.
We should be away by mid-morning.
About 10:05 with any luck.
If there's anything, just give me a call.
Thank you very much, sir.
I wish you stopped grinning and give me a hand.
You look as if you're doing all right to me.
Well, why couldn't we just stood out in the street corner and watch the place?
Yeah, we'd have stood out all right. Why didn't you bring your helmet? Have you got an old pair of jeans or something at home? Anything?
I thought we could... Look, if this comes to nothing and we get away early, I thought we could... Well, I'd like to take you to lunch. That is, if we got nothing else planned, that is.
Well, now.
Well, Dad wouldn't mind, would he?
After letting me down last night, I should cocoa.
Well, it was a cut match.
Cup match?
West Ham. He had a hell of a job getting a ticket. Have I said something wrong?
Oh, just wait till I get my hands on him.
They're coming out.
Yeah, 10 on the dot, just as Bloomfield said. Come
They're
on.
making their way towards the high street.
Hurry up, we'll miss them. Oh, we haven't lost them, have we?
I shouldn't think so. Come on. You ought to give up smoking.
Never mind that. What do they look like?
You'll soon find out.
Well, they're taking their time, aren't they? Oh, you've got to be joking. That pair? Bonnie and Clyde? Oh.
Well, the description fits right down to the old trolley.
We've been had over. Do you know that? Bloody well had over. I'll murder that Bloomfield.
But you did tell Galloway they were getting on a bit.
Getting on a bit? I expected them at least to be breathing.
Hey, they're about to make a move, I think.
Look, I vote you get on the blower and we'll hand it over to the flying squad. Only I don't somehow think they'd be as gullible as we've been.
Look, we must give it a run, surely.
Well, put it down to experience, remember? Galloway gives away nothing. Nah, forget it, Jim. It's my advice.
Look, 10 minutes.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, or we'll lose them.
Lose them? You must be kidding.
Yes, madam. Can I help you?
Morning, Roy. Oh, by the way, I'm a few men short this weekend. Bit of a demonstration uptown. I'd be obliged for a few of your team, you know, to give us a hand out.
Get stuffed.
Oh, I just thought I'd ask. You know, us being on the same job and all.
Listen, mate, I got enough aggro with roach in it. Punch up at a dog and duck the other night.
Where'd they go?
I don't believe it. I'm sure they turned down here.
We can't have missed them. It's impossible. Quick, back to the high street. Come.
It's a bit close, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's give it a couple of minutes.
Well, what a sudden concern. I thought you were the one that said this job was a load of rubbish.
Yeah, I've changed my mind.
Why?
Well, haven't you noticed something?
Noticed something, what?
They come all the way from the high street, dragging that empty shopping trolley, and now there's not a shop in sight. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Blimey, yeah.
On top of which, this is the area where all the screw-ins have been reported.
Wait a minute. How come we lost them for that moment?
Maybe the old dears are shrewder than we give them credit for. Right. You go down the far side, and I'll stay on this side, OK? Keep in sight, and if we make a move, it's together, all right? Naughty, naughty, Grandad.
You heard from those two you sent out this morning?
Oh, sod it. Ackland, young Carver. I'd clean forgotten.
I don't want them out any longer than necessary, Roy. I've got to bear in mind the overtime quota, you know. We're up on last month as it is.
Yeah, I'll pull out in a minute, sir, see if I can find them. We should have been back by now. It was a blowout. OK, Guff. Live with me. Fractured in Ackland.
With a little bit of help from my friends, yes, sir.
Right, good, I mean. They should want to go back and get some wheelchairs.
Right, we're going to get you in the back of the car, OK? Shall I take your stick? Mind your head. OK. You'll never guess whose block of flats they live in, sir.
Not our friend.
Right underneath.
Now listen, you two. We're going to turn your flat over, right? Now, if there's anything there that shouldn't be there,
Can't they ever open any windows?
Hello. What's this? St. Boxing Championships? Carver! Sorry, sir. Albert Hall, 1957. Nice on my mantelpiece, that. Hello. Friend of yours?
Oh, no.
A little pair of magpies. Well, need bloody Pickfords to move all this lot.
Oh, never in 1,000 years has all this come from walking burglaries.
Too true. Our old friends must have had wider interests in their younger days. No wonder they never come to notice before. The motto for their success must have been, don't trust anyone. What you don't want, keep.
Sir, why didn't Bloomfield tell us they lived beneath him? I mean, he must have known. Why the charade?
Question of conscience. If it had come straight up, it had grasped. Betrayed the code. Pointing us in the right direction is, let us say, easier to live with.
Right, what now?
Well, it's back to the jolly old Nick for a start. I'll have to delegate something to sort this mess out. Right, let's go.
Ration books?
Ration books? Yeah. Petrol coupons? Clothing coupons? Mind you, you'd know all about that, Bob. I mean, it's before my time.
Yeah, I would, wouldn't I?
Well, let's put it this way, Lily. Is there anything in the flat that's not stolen? Half bent, then. A little bit iffy, yes? Oh, come on, Lily!
Can I talk to you, Mr. Galloway? Alone.
Here we go again.
Come and stick your bum on here, Mr. Galloway. You're a real gent, you are. Let me whisper in your shell like.
No. If you've anything to say, say it. The sergeant here's going to know about it anyway. So no more of your flannel, you sly old cow.
Sly old cow, am I? You've got a lot of front, you have, Galloway. Anyway, don't charge old Fred over there. Leave him out of it. Nothing to do with him, honest. All down to me.
You know I can't do that, Lily.
He's all I got. Bless his soul. You've got a heart of gold, you have, Mr. Galloway. You wouldn't send your old dad up before the beak, would you?
You heard what the inspector said, love.
Tell you what, that dodgy scent that's going around, the SP on that'd be different, wouldn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Scent?
Now who's giving you the old flannel, eh? Come on, Galloway, do you want to know or don't you? Thought you might. Stands to reason, don't it? Lot of money involved. Give old Fred a fair crack at the whip, eh? No verbals.
I'll take you both before the court personally.
Don't matter about me. Only don't let Fred know I've done a deal. Want your word, Galloway.
You got it.
Speak up for him, wouldn't you?
Like I was his dad.
Take a trip down by the docks.
Everything all right, sir?
I don't like nicking old people. It's disturbing. Brings back bad memories, I suppose. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Good. Don't you take the sign of weakness, WPC Ackland, do you hear me?
Sorry?
Where's that bloody Carver?
No, if this is your nominated police station, this is where you must bring it. Get all of your documents. That's right.
Sergeant Huff, a matter of life and death.
Right you are, sir.
Where have you been, son?
Oh, I had to send a message, sir. It's an emergency.
It will be. You ever keep me waiting again?
Hello, Hendon. It's PC Edwards at Sandhill Police Station. I'd like to leave a message for PC Dave Litton. That's L-I-T-T-E-N. He's in Class B1 Refresher. Yeah, that's right. The message reads, "The Ides of March are upon you." Yes, you know what it means. No, it's not Dylan Thomas. Will you just please leave the message? Tomorrow? No, that's too late. He's gone. Well, why didn't you say so? And you boil. Well, do you know where he is? Is there anyone else in the section house who might know? Actually, no, never mind, thanks.
Get these bail checks done for me. Do them today, not tomorrow.
Get this place tidied up. It looks like a doss house.
Yes, Sergeant.
Hey, come on.
Was your last chance, lovely boy? Pity, mind you.
Stop! Back there. Over there. Good work, Carver. Right, leave the car here. Lock it, son. Not government-sponsored, surely. You've got to give it to him. It's cute. You two are going to stay in like typical wooden tops. Want to get the job cleared up, out the way? Come on. And, if anyone asks, the Border Trade Inspector's all right? Well, me and Carver, anyway.
If your colours were like my dreams. Red, gold and green. Red, gold and green. Come to me. Nah. That you, Tone? Oh, God. The little lady. I was just on the point of giving you a bell, darling.
What you going on about, Bloomfield?
She knows we had this little arrangement.
Oh, he's lying, sir. We had no arrangement, honestly.
Come on, darling.
It's no go, Bloomfield. You're nicked. Proper.
Oh, well. Can't win them all, can you?
Right. Court is at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and don't be late. And if you're thinking about making a run for it, forget about it. Don't have to plaster wanted posters all over the manor, do I?
Got you at last, have they, Auntie Lil? About bleeding time.
Course truth, if it isn't nephew John. Fancy meeting you here. I don't know. He's such. Don't give him bail. He'll have it on his toes. Mark my words. Black sheep of the family he is.
What? But it was him that shot them, wasn't it?
Come in.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Take a seat, Bob. Where's Inspector Galloway?
He won't be a second. He's just seen to a prisoner downstairs.
He won't be long, sir.
Come in, Roy.
Oh, we've got a prisoner downstairs. It's not going to take long, is it?
Take a seat, Roy.
But he's...
This overtime, gentlemen, it's becoming a problem. Both departments.
But there's...
Oh, you can't do it, Gov. You can't fight crime thinking how many hours you're going to do. I mean, the villains, they don't clock on 9 to 5, do they?
Same for us, sir. We had 3 marches last month. 2 demos uptown. I've got a supply for that match at West Ham on Saturday.
And I'm short of men anyway.
You can make as many excuses as you like, but that overtime has got to come down. I know it can be done.
Well, Gov, it's...
I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's got to be cut. Chief Superintendent Brownlow? Hello, Harold. Yes, certainly we could have a game on Saturday morning, if you like. Just a minute. All right, gents, that's all. Remember, cut the overtime.
Sir.
Why don't we say 11:30 at the clubhouse?
Yeah, darling.
Thank you.
Busy day?
Yeah. Well, they all are, aren't they?
Certainly are. In here they are. We haven't seen you for a couple of days, have we, Dave?
No, I've been away on a course. Ending. High flies and all that.
Oh, young man in a hurry, is it?
Betcha.
Lytton of the yard.
You got it, Paul? Yeah. Got to keep head of the ball in this game, you know what I mean?
Oh, I do. Is your young WPC looking for company?
Sorry about last night. Same again, please, though.
Good match, was it?
Do you want a drink?
Lager.
And another one. Cheers.
Win, did they?
Yeah, well, as it happens...
Yeah, as it happens, Dave Lytton, you ruined my evening.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, it was a cup match.
I'm sorry, honest. It's a piece of fruit.
Oh, well. It was a cup match, I suppose. Oh, thanks. That's really nice. Well, what is it? Actually, Jim and I have had a hell of a day. We're supposed to have a day off today. I'm trailing around the East End after this old... Cheers.
What have I done now?